Welcome to Distraction Approved. I'm Chris, and today we have special guest Sean.
It's me.
You may recognize him from the old Galaxy of Zeros podcast or current fan of the Forge show that we also do. He came to me with an idea for an app to play, and we're going to talk about that one today. So, Sean, why don't you introduce the app?
The app is Oregon Trail American Settler. And I came across this because I was getting tired of playing Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah, of course.
And I said, you know what's really cool? Oregon Trail. Let me see. There's got to be an Oregon Trail adaptation for a mobile, device.
Yep.
So I said, let me try this out. This is what I found. It's not like the old school Oregon Trail, but I still like it, and it's still an easy kind of time waster that's not too crazy to get involved in. I found it to be pretty cool, and I've been playing it every day for a couple weeks now.
Okay. So this one's made by a company called Gameloft, and it's got decent ratings. It's a 3.3 out of 5 star. That's with 600 reviews. So right off the bat, how would we describe this app? I mean, it's like similar to a Farmville sort of thing, or Town Builder.
Yeah. I've never played Farmville. I don't know much about it, but I assumed once I got into the game that this is kind of what Farmville is like.
I think this is a little different than Farmville. I never played it either, but this is more of there's a storyline. You're settling your own town.
Right.
It kind of moves away from the original Oregon Trail, which is a classic. In the fact that you move out of this town right away, and then you basically have to set up your own town and chop wood and build buildings and put animals down that you can get food from.
Right. Harvest crops, plant crops, harvest crops, build buildings so that people settle in your town, and then in turn you get some challenges based on what those people kind of want. So like one of them was someone wanted like a Thanksgiving feast, so you had to plant a bunch of corn, and I think there was a Halloween one too, so you had to plant a bunch of pumpkins.
Oh, okay.
You had to plant some jack-o'-lanterns. There's all sorts of stuff, and then there's some interesting gameplay. Sometimes like you can go fishing.
Okay, I haven't done any fishing yet.
There's some callbacks to the original game.
I do like the callback of the hunting game. Like the fact that randomly as you're playing, animals will show up on your screen that you can then tap to shoot them and get more food and things like that. Which, I mean, for me, Oregon Trail, that hunting game in the original Oregon Trail was one of the coolest things.
Yeah.
That was like, I love that game so much just for the hunting part of it. Never mind the rest of the game was good too, except for trying to, ford the river or get across the river. That was
it never ended that well.
No.
You always lost people, a wagon wheel, or an ox. You always lost supplies. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was like, what is fording a river?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, let's do it.
There was no explanation.
I didn't know what it was. It was beyond my vocabulary back in, it was like 6th grade when it was on some computers. I was like, I don't know what that means. But,
yeah.
But I remember the game, and I just wanted to play it, but this is the best I could find on the phone platform.
I could say that I picked it up. I played it for a couple days so far. I've gone in. It's like every mobile game out there where it's energy based. So you're gonna run out of energy after a certain amount of time, which is probably a good thing. You can put the phone down and do something else. I think it's
after 3 minutes you get an energy point back.
Yeah, so it slowly refills.
Yeah, but it's easy. Once it's down, I go do something else, and then half an hour later, oh, look, I can do a bunch more stuff now.
Yeah. Now, there'll be people, the whales of the Oregon Trail community, that will go and they will purchase the energy so they can keep building the ultimate American settlement, maybe?
Yeah, I suppose.
I have to assume that in every game that comes out, there's somebody that gets so addicted to it that they're willing to spend thousands of dollars to get the best version of it. We saw that in Galaxy of Heroes all the time, and you still do.
Early on in that, yeah.
So, it's an option. Some of the other things, I mean, there's a lot of building and harvesting and doing little quests here and there to get different supplies.
Right.
Overall, from a few days of playing it, I was pleasantly surprised with it, even though it did stray a lot from the original Oregon Trail. This one kind of, at least bringing in some of the aspects of it into a game like this, made it a little bit more appealing than just your normal farming game. Like, I don't want to fucking play Harvest, okay? I don't want to run behind a combine to farm my goods.
Oh, that was terrible.
But getting to do little patches here and there and plant and harvest and do that sort of thing, it's a little funner. It reminded me of Simpsons Tapped Out, because that was one of the big mobile games I really got addicted to. And that was similar, where you go in, you collect your resources, your money and stuff, and then it goes towards other things in the game. So there's just more options here. You're making supplies and things versus just getting like a money of sort. Right.
So, people want... So some buildings you need to supply. And then when you supply them, eventually after some X amount of time, go back to that building. It's got a money sign above it. You get money. You get coins and whatnot. So there's this constant, supply demand type of thing. So you got to plant more crops. And if you build more buildings that need to be supplied, then you need more. So you add some animals, and it's just. And then there's quests, like you said, like people, you click on them and are like, well, I want this, like build. So you have to build something. So there's kind of some guidance as to what to do, and then before you know it, you're leveling up, and it's not hard. I mean, it's kind of geared towards kids, on younger people, but I'm still having a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah,
and there's a shooting gallery type mini game within there that's pretty fun.
Yeah, there's one where you place dynamite down to do some mining, and you get different bonuses based on what you end up blasting out of the rocks. That's pretty cool.
There was telling Chris that you had to build like a playhouse, like a playwright playhouse, and once you went into it, there was recorded videos from Lady Antebellum.
I still find that wild.
Regarding the game, it's like, hey, and it's just for this game, and it was kind of neat, and it was Christmas based, so I guess maybe the game was released around Christmas time. I don't know, but it was interesting. It was kind of okay.
Well, good for them for pulling Lady Antebellum.
Right.
But so overall, I would say it's been enjoyable. Will I be a hardcore player of this game? Probably not, but I split my distraction time amongst other games, right? Eventually in those games, you run out of energy in those, and you got to do something else. And this one is very nice to fill in the gap between doing some of the other stuff. And again, if I have some other extra time and I want to pop it open. So for me, I think I would go distraction approved. That's a distraction
I definitely approve this one. I have a lot of fun playing it, and it fills in a lot of gaps of Galaxy Heroes where I do what I got to do there, get that over, and then I'll just play this, and I'll have fun playing it.
Yeah. So there you go. So we approve. Again, Oregon Trail, American Settler. You can get it on Android and iOS. Check it out. And thanks for watching this video. Remember to subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. And stay tuned for more.
Stay distracted.
Stay distracted.
You were distracted?
I was a little too distracted to say my own catchphrase. Bye-bye.